You'll see a lime green or neon green button that says Canvas Stream. You can get to the whatever there too. The stream. Okay, I'm going to start the stream. No one on stage? Anyone in the audience want something created? If not, we will talk about. What do you guys want to talk about? Branding. Setting up your brand. Do you want to make me a new profile picture? Do what? Do you want to make me a new profile picture? Yeah, love to. I'll make a new profile picture, and then Rhoda, did you have something that you wanted created?
I'm actually just now getting in, so I do have Canva, but I have no idea. So maybe you can catch another class from beginners.
I'm live also, by the way. I'm sorry, ladies. I didn't mean to cut you guys off.
If you're live also, you can put your link up there, and then I can rotate mine back out there too. So I'm going to go live. So the idea is that I'm going to...
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
I came on stage right when you were asking if you wanted anything creative, and maybe I should wait till next week, and maybe you're going to teach about it in your live, but I just wanted to understand how to make a brand in Canva. I got the premium on a deal, and they were like, okay, so now make your brand, but the brand I made looks really dumb on Instagram, and I don't know if that's really like an appropriate question to ask here, but that's kind of what my Canva question right now.
Sure, we'll take a look at that. So, Angel, do you know your hex code numbers and things like that? Do you have a brand set up as far as your colors?
Yeah, I do have one set up.
Well, thank you guys for coming in the room. My name is Patrice Green. I'm affectionately known as Nikki. I am creating live on the Canva chat while I'm creating an intro and outro live in Canva. So you might hear some chatter in the background. Hopefully you can hear me well. What I'm doing is I am on pngcreates on my YouTube channel, as well as my name is on Facebook. So welcome to the room for those that is their first time coming here. I can't see my comments as of yet, but give me just a second and I will. Is on Facebook. So welcome to, there you go. So it's the stream is starting. I'll be bouncing back and forth so that I'm able to see some of the comments. So please bear with me.
So at the same time that I'm in the
All
Clubhouse,
right. So what I'm doing is I have a girlfriend that asked me to make an intro and outro for her business. So Canva does give you these great options of doing so. So what I'm doing is you can do it this way. Let's go back to the home page and I'll show you exactly how this works. Okay, so you can go right to Canva. Canva does have a free option as well as a paid option. I personally use the paid option. I use the Pro at $12.99 a month, and soon I'll be getting an affiliate link so that you guys can get 30 days of Canva Pro free of charge. So that's what we really want to do. So here's Canva. It seems intimidating to some, but it should not be, because please know, as long as there's tutorials out there, you should be able to keep going.
And when I first start sharing, it may look a
So
little strange because
at the top you can cheat. It's not necessarily a cheat, but it could be a cheat. So you want to say intro. So they have YouTube intros. Boom. YouTube intros. It gives you the dimensions for YouTube upload as well as anything else. So if you didn't want to fight to be creative, you could actually go as far as this way and doing it so that you have you know,
Lisa's here to help, and she
have
will
it.
be running the room for me. Go ahead, Lisa.
Oh, nope, just letting you know that it is live, and I had muted my computer. Let me plug my headsets back in real quick. And
Elaine's in the room.
let's see if I'm live.
All right, so here you go. Canva
Make sure I can
gives
hear
us all
you.
these great
I can
things.
hear
Sorry
you.
about that.
I can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay, awesome.
Gives us all these great ways of doing things,
Elaine is here.
and I am trying to multitask.
Elaine helps Patrice with
Yes.
comments and things, and Lisa helps me. So we've got somebody helping and somebody doing the creating.
Yeah, I'm on.
Watch live, and we understand that a lot of people.
Hey, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Sorry about that. So I'm sitting here creating with Canva. I'm sorry.
We understand that sometimes people will leave the room to go watch the video, and that's fine.
All right. So what I'm doing is I'm making an intro. Just wanted to make sure I said hey to my good folks that are coming by to watch.
Okay.
So Canva does come with a bunch of templates. If you're interested in doing the templates, I believe everyone can do something on their own. So that's where I go.
So did you do the brand kit?
Let me move this over here.
I did the brand kit with the fonts and the colors.
So I can see what's happening on my live. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this from scratch. Because my client happens to have actual brand colors, I'm going to use what she has. So it gives you themes and things like that, but we're going to go start from scratch. You can make the movies. I'll kind of walk you through it so that you're kind of understanding what's happening with her. All right, we're waiting for it to come up.
And then the fonts of my brand didn't actually come through in the posts. And I think part of the problem isn't the branding. It might just be that I'm not that great at designing.
All right, so let me do this. This is one of the easiest ways to actually go through making sure you happen to have the colors that you need. So there's a thing called a hex code. Most people don't know their hex code if you're a business person. Hey, Elaine. If you're in business, hopefully I'm not echoing. If you're in business, the colors on your business actually speak a lot about how you represent your business. So this particular friend of mine happens to have green, black, and gold. Hey, Felicia. Thank you guys for coming in the room. I'm trying to show everyone how to do these intros and outros on Canva. This is one of my biggest things nowadays that I've been really finding a lot of relaxation and enjoyment with. It can be intimidating to some, but if you stick with me, you can make your own little Christmas cards. You don't have to buy invitations anymore. Just stick with me. Trust me. You can make your own t-shirts. That's what I'm into right about now. Just making sure that I am as different as I can, but still the same. So, all right. So let me go here. So we're going to upload. I think I have, here's her actual symbol for her business, right? That's her logo. But she's doing a class and it's called Our Legacy. So what we want to do is we want to keep the same colors and the things at the bottom. See where you see the play? Each one of these, plays for a certain amount of time, and then you can add to the page. And when you add to the page, it's telling something else about what you're getting ready to do. So you can use about 4 or 5 pages. I would not have your intro past 30 seconds because the actual attention span of those when it comes to the intro, they're not paying attention. Let's be honest. If somebody has a 20-minute intro, you're like, I'm lost. I don't even want to care what you're talking about. So be mindful of what you're putting in. So in this situation, I could do something like this. I could set it as the background. Wow, that's way too big. So we can redesign it here.
So the first one is
no, I don't like it. So we're going to detach it and make it something different.
E like Ellen, 5'9".
And that's, we're going to make her a better logo later. But right now, this is where we at. So she is a doctor. She also happens to consult those that are veterans. They've been in the war. She makes sure that they get all kinds of assistance and things like that. But this is one of the things she does. So this is like you can say we'll just do it this way. We'll keep it simple. So we want the color to go all the way across. So once you put these symbols here, you see down here it says photo colors. It gives you the colors that were used inside of the photo. That's called branding. If I want, I can keep her branding here, but I am not because I don't do as much for her. But you can see where there's things that I've used branding for and they're stuck here by choice. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to make the rest of this background that color so that it all stands out, right? So now I have it all. I have everything I need. Now I can play with the logo a little bit more. So intros should be very simple but bold. So I went to the text area. I put this out here and it's called Our Legacy. I believe that's what it's called. If not, I'll correct it later. But right now, it's Our Legacy. Hopefully you can hear me, and I'm going to apologize early for the keys on the keyboard. Is what I'm doing. So it's R Legacy. So be mindful. I have 3 things that I tell everyone when you're doing design, whether you're doing it for yourself or doing it for a client. Be mindful of the colors, be mindful of the font, and be mindful of the pictures in the background. So since this is a legacy, you want to make sure you're using the right kind of font. This font is great. However, you want it to stand out because a legacy, think about what the words are that you're using and think about all of the things that you're doing. So a legacy is something that lives on. You want it to be strong. You want it to be proudful. You want it to be whatever it is. Like this one would be elegance because it's a female legacy. So women, we are elegant. We are graceful. We are beautiful. So you want your font to represent the same thing. Sorry about that. So we're going to choose different fonts. So once you go to the upper left hand corner, please note that there are different types of font. There are some that you can actually upload into. There are some that are free, and there are some that come with the Pro. Now, mind you, if it happens to have a crown on the right hand side of it, it's actually a Pro account, and if you don't have a Pro account, you can't use it. So the Pro is actually a great feature to have. However, you don't always need it, but I would push for it because you get more out of it. So let's see. I like for grand things, I like this one font called Great Vibes. As time goes on, you'll start to recognize what they are also. So Great Vibes gives this legacy feel, right? It's not very grand at this moment, but I'm going to help you spice it up mentally. So it's our legacy, right? You can also, the letters are a little too tight for me. So what you can do is you highlight it. At the very top, that gives you these options. There's alignment, there's list, and then there's spacing. We're going for spacing. With the spacing, I want to make sure that the letter spacings are out some. So it's not sitting on top of each other, right? So it's a legacy. It's its own thing. Then we want to do the effects. Effects means, in this situation, we're playing with the fonts. We're making the font bolder and brighter, and we're doing a lot to it. So I like shadowing. Shadowing is my thing. Shadowing makes it seem like it's more pronounced. It's doing a lot of things. And in this case, it's not really doing anything. So, because I did not save her brand colors, which I know better for next time, we'll just use this yellow. It's a serif font, and it's chunky. I don't really like that. Rounded, chunky serif font. But that's her colors. I forgot to grab her hex colors. So anyway, we'll leave this here for now. So the offset is how far away it goes away from it. If you want to make it a little bit more bolder, and the direction, of course, if it's left versus right. I actually like it to the left. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Transparency is how strong you want it to be. And that's what I want. I want it to pop. I want it to have some, as I say, to it. So now, because it's something simple as an intro, I'm just going to move that over. If you see these pink blocks, the pink blocks that are there are helping you with the alignment of making the space. The spacing is a nice feature. I haven't even seen that on MS Word. Yeah, you won't, Lisa. Canva is absolutely free. You're welcome to, of course, I would say try it. Like I'm getting ready to make Christmas cards with my children. I'll be showing you guys how I'm do that live. I'm going to take photos with me and my kids, and then we're going to put it together. I also work with a couple funeral homes with making, unfortunately, their death announcements. You can make all of that things here on Canva. You just have to believe that you can do it. And some things take time. So here's something simple. I want to make a border. Sorry about the keys. So the borders are what make this pop more. So again, there's like you can see here with the little crown on it. It says Pro. That's the account that I have. If you do not have the Pro account, and you start to use it up on your design, it's going to give you a watermark that you can't remove unless you donate to that one design. So imagine I had 5 different things up here, and I had to pay $1 per design. You might as well have just gone and played for the Pro. And if you come in here every week with me, every Wednesday, I'm here for right now because my schedule's getting ready to change in the middle of November. But right now, you know, do it while I'm doing this, or get a chance to actually check out my YouTube channel, try some of the things that I've been putting up. I made some invitations. I've done book covers. I'm going to be doing other things like that. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And that's one thing. Let me see. Is that in there? There it is. My YouTube channel information is inside the chat on Facebook. If you're already watching me on YouTube, there's no need for you to have it because you're already following through. So legacy for a female could be anything, but I want it to be grand. I want it to have some definition, you know, because it's a legacy. So I will make my borders here. And instead of making, you know, pulling out 6 or 7 of them, you can just put them in the corners. And here it has the flip and crop option. Boom. And that's the legacy. Like, you don't have to go super crazy and doing things like this. And a lot of people tend to... Oh, she's not talking to me. I'm on here with Cindy Lou and Lisa and... Let me see. Were you talking to me at all? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I thought I heard my name.
I do the same shape as you.
Oh.
I start with a thumbnail, YouTube thumbnail. You start with a
presentation. Like right now, I'm doing, I'm making an intro in Canva for a friend of mine's presentation. So I'm on my YouTube channel making that. I'm on Facebook as well. So, yeah. That's why I was like, oh my God, did she call my name and I was ignoring her? Like, that's horrible.
Okay.
So I'm Patrice and I'm going back to creating.
Okay.
So here we go. Sorry about that, guys.
So the logo.
So here we are right here in the legacy. So that's the first thing. The beauty with stuff like this is you can just add music, add animation, add anything to it that you may want to. So what we're going to do is we're going to add animation to this whole page. So if you look at the upper left hand corner, it says page animation. So with the page, you could do like that, and you can slow it down, make it faster. You can make it pop, which I don't like. Baselines, you can change all of this so that you can get so that you can actually get, thank you, Elaine, you can get what you want out of it. So we'll just say rise, right? There is a temperament to tell it how fast and how slow you want it. So it said 5 seconds. This is what it would look like as presentation. Just so you know, it's always good to go and see what it looks like. Okay. So if you go to the next one, it's going to keep that same background, or it may do something different. But you want to keep it together. Is it going to give me this one? Oh, here we go. This little guy here is the timer. If you do the seconds, it's going to make it longer. So like we'll play it. Come on. Here we go. So it slowed down a little bit just to make sure that you were able to pull the legacy start together and things like that. I don't need it that long, maybe till 10. You can actually type in the block. Please don't think you're stuck with using your cursor or anything like that. But 10 is just so that it can actually come through. So you can do on your second slide, you can, like, this is her legacy. I'm not 180% sure what she is wanting on her second page, but because I know enough about what she does, I want to make sure that I can actually give her what she needs. So I'm going to go down to my folder. If you were on our Clubhouse earlier, excuse me, you'll see that. So does she give me a picture of her? Nope, I don't have a picture of her. I don't have a picture of her. I've got everybody else's stuff in a folder except for hers. So we'll just pick up a fake photo of her. And then I'll just, yeah, I don't have a photo. Oh, no, I don't have a photo of her. I got to fix that. as much as I do things for her, I don't have a photo of her. So I'll use a photo of myself and I'll just replace that later. So this was a picture of me, my 40th birthday party. You don't have to make your intro super hard. You can just keep it simple, right? So with this, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna frame myself, and making myself a frame, it's gonna give it just a little bit of pop. So I'm gonna see how bad this background is gonna be, because this is just a screen of like a selfie for myself. So that's the removal comes with the Canva Pro. Just so you're aware of that. Let me move this over to the side. Now I want to build myself some kind of border, so like I'm introducing myself, right? Because you don't need much when you're starting these types of things. Hopefully I'm not missing any comments. Nope, we're good thus far. All right. All right, so we go back to elements. That's upload. We go back to elements and we X this off. So be careful. And I say careful because these frames and grids can take your picture and bring your background back to you. So maybe you're not interested in having your background just yet. You just like, I don't want the background, but I want to do this. So just find something that can go over it instead, because I'll show you exactly what this is. Like, say, I don't care about the logo. It doesn't give me any special feelings, positive or negative. All right, so let's just say we were looking for I really don't like these grids, but that's fine. Okay, we'll just say this was the one, right? This was what we were going. It goes with her brand colors, and it's not very elegant, but that's what we're doing. So there it is. That's it. Now what I've learned, let's see if I can undo it and it stay. All right, this is what I've learned. Watch me make her pop. Not that. So we're going to put one in here, right? And we're going to put one to the front.
So I want you to talk to me about, and we're going to do a round robin. The words are going to say the same.
Oh, I swallowed it. That's what I thought it was going to do. You can make it pop. We're just not doing it today. So this is how you make your picture have a little bit of frame to it. In this situation, you can use text. Because she didn't give me much direction, I'm just going to use what I want. I'm going to write my name. Please excuse me for the keyboard in your ear. So this is one of those times that I would love to use the curve option. So if you're playing around with text in Canva, this is the time. So you see where the curve is. Right?
All right. So, something that is an example of how you like your script. Have you looked through here to see, are there fonts that you like that are cool? Oh, so like script fonts.
Okay, here it is.
Okay.
And it just wants to be feisty today.
It wants to be somewhat legible. Like this one, I'll try to make it big.
It's being funky.
Really hard to read. You want to make sure that it's something that's easier to read, but gives your personality out. Like,
All right, we're just not using that. I need to keep moving. I'm on a limited time schedule today. So we'll just put my name on the side and we say, your instructor. And then you can write your name right underneath. Just make it something simple. You don't have to have anything dramatic when it comes to these. Boom. Patrice Green. I'm your creative conductor here. Put your name here. Be mindful as to where you place these. And the reason why you want to be mindful as to where you place them is because product placement And font placement is very, very important. It tells your client or your potential client or whom you're watching or what they're watching how you care. It doesn't seem like that's a big deal, but it is. If you give a font that people can't read, you miss the mark. Especially if you happen to have, like, say you did a live and you have 100 people watching, but they can't read what you're offering. You've lost them. You've lost 100 people that easy because someone might have wanted invested in your class. Somebody really might wanted to read the names that were put on there, but they can't because of the font. So be mindful as to what you put and use the same fonts throughout everything else. So my name would go that way, which is the Great Vibes is what I'm using. I really don't like my name in those fonts, but it's what you want to do. And your name needs to be bigger than your instruction. And the reason being is because your name needs to stand out because they already know you're the instructor, but you need to have your name stand out enough that they know who you are, right? So let me move over here. There. So you want to stay uniformed. Elements. We're shadowing. We're doing the yellow. We're changing the offset. And the transparency is bold.
Go and view the full profile. Scroll all the way down to her Instagram.
Okay. I really don't like this border, but it's just for demonstration.
You click in her description, she has a tap link. Once you click on that tap link, you're going to look for
your instructor, and you want to bring back your actual borders. You want to keep it uniform through the entire thing. So you do recently used. Why did not my border stay?
Also, for anyone who is currently in the room and watching on the YouTube channel, don't forget
there it is. Here's my border. So you put your border back. So everything is uniform. Now you notice that it doesn't stay, which it should, as it should do vertical.
If anybody has any questions, feel free to just message me in the back channel.
There you go. So then you're uniformed.
On YouTube, I am monitoring the comment section. So any questions that come across, I will be sure to pass those on to Miss Cindy Lou. Our other graphical gal is Miss Patrice Nikki Green. She goes by Patrice or Nikki. She has a YouTube channel as well.
So this would be like how you would introduce yourself with your actual your intro.
And then the word create.
So then you'd be like, okay,
she has that
make sure your
profile with her orange sweatshirt and her orange flower in her hair. And again, also remember to like and subscribe to her channel as well.
So we know it's gold. You keep it here, and you can say we are starting soon. Like, that's how simple you can actually make this. I learned something new today. How to bold and get yeah, why not? Why not, Elaine? I sit and I play all the time. Last week, if you're just watching here for the first time, thank you guys for showing up and tuning in. Please don't think I take it for robbery that you guys chose to even be a part of watching either live or on the replay. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. You get more out of the YouTube channel than you would actually being here on an hour or half hour, 45-minute live. But this is what we do here on the live. Someone challenged me to be about this every day on the live, so I said, you know what, I can do it. Design on the fly. What am I doing? Can't prick yellow. There you go. So you keep your fonts consistent. Remember that. Keep your backgrounds consistent. Follow that. And make sure you be mindful of the pictures that you use. So in this, I'll show you in just a second. We'll add, I think this should let you add music as well, which will add a little bit of dramatic to it. So you do the text, boom, the loud text goes in the middle, keep it consistent. And you can say, sorry guys, we will be starting soon.
It brings peace. It helps head off tantrums. It helps kids feel like they
So there you go.
It also helps with transitions between different times.
No. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is where that knowing your font that works. Like I used all caps, which made the, intro know, hey, we're getting ready to start. You can barely read that. It is so not appealing to what you're using, right? So let's go back. We try to keep our font the same. What other font could we use, right? We used a traditional type of font. We will be starting soon. Like you don't have to, bold it, right? But no, it was, if you're talking about with the great vibes, that's not going. It's not very appealing. You wouldn't even really realize that says we'll be starting soon, and then it doesn't let you bold it anyway because it's already a bold type of font. So what I'm stating is we could use something. This is my other one, Roman, the text Roman. Yeah, this one is better. You can see what's going on. I forgot Facebook has a delay versus anything else. But because everything else is shadowed, you want to keep your shadowed going. So you do your effects, you do your shadow, and you can see how the dramatics of the shadow is. Your yellow, and you can keep going. Now, if you want, you can do your logo, which I would always suggest. If you happen to have a logo, throw your logo everywhere you possibly can. Because if they don't know that you are going live, what you do. Okay, if you're not going live, or say you just have some publications that you're throwing up every day or something like that, as a small business owner, that's a way for them to get to know who you are via your actual logo. So the logo is there, it's visible. If you don't know nothing else, you'd be like, oh, I know it's a woman with a black silhouette, and I know that this is that particular person. Like, I'll show you my guy. My guy is cute to me. Like, if you see something, most of the time I have this for my shirts. This is every shirt that I have. This is my logo for this. It's the Creative Conductor. It is my business colors. It's on every t-shirt that I ever owned that I have it on there, but that's me. That's mine. I'm the Creative Conductor. That's me. I have a design agenda. I made that too. Like, logos don't have to actually be physical things. It could just be your script. Like, this is mine with the letters and the shapes and stuff like that. And then there's also my design agenda. My design agenda is when I'm in the planning process and others are wanting to learn how to plan also. So that's what I do. This is what you come through. You come to the design agenda. It's a form. You learn how to do everything else. Like, this is New Amsterdam style text. And so at that point, it's just the script, but it's my logo. Now, that little guy in the middle is the physical logo. He goes everywhere. That's my guy. I don't know what it is. Right, like your financial solutions. You put it everywhere. If you're going to set and make a PDF, if you're doing daytime, if for small business owners, I don't care if you just use it for making posts. Make sure your logo, if you have one, or your signature is on your stuff every time you put it. That way, if nothing else, and they see you and they can't remember the name, they like, oh, I at least know, hey, that wave of ribbon is Elaine. Oh, I know that little thing that looks like a beetle or a bug of some sort. It's actually people helping people is how I looked at it. But if someone else is looking at it, they're like, oh my God, I know that symbol. Oh, that's Nikki. You may not know anything else, but hey, that's Nikki. And that's how you want to get to knowing stuff. Like, we also have a family crest. Someone made this for me. I really wasn't impressed with this at all. I try to be open-minded to others. These are some other logos that I made. This is for the clothing line that's coming up, social attraction wear. It's just a bunch of leaves branching out to other people. Like, everything has a meaning to me. It may not have an instant meaning to everyone else, but these are my bold brand colors for certain things. And this is for the clothing line that will be coming out. And if you were following me since I was couponing like Lisa, this is Sip and Save. Sip and Save was when we did a webinar and you were able to sit and chat and chew. Basically, you get your favorite drink and we'll talk about some saving tips. Some people are actually asking me to bring that back. I might just do my couponing life again as well as this, but I don't want to confuse everyone. So the fact that you can make something simple in Canva, that's a horrible background color to use it on. Like, I've done all kinds of stuff. Sip and Save. I didn't make this one, but you see, I like the shadows. It's something about shadows for me. But this was Savings with a Twist, which was the couponing company name, which I still own. Haha. But that's that. So Canva has a lot of actual new things that you can do. I've been creating a whole lot of stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to show you overall how this works. We're going to delete this last one. That's how that goes. It doesn't matter about having it that big. At the bottom, we're going to animate it. The first page is risen, and it does not let you add music.
No comments other than mine. And no, I think
it's not going to let you.
It's really good. And nothing seems to be faded or lost. It all looks really good.
So it's going to just go through them all, and then you get it. So first of all, like, this is good to know. So this is your intro. And because I also happen to use Filmora is an editing software. It could allow me to put music on here. I'm going to see if I can try to add audio to this, which would be nice. Now, I can't hear my audio, so if it's extremely loud, I apologize early. But let's see if it gives me. Nah, that's too soft.
So yeah, we trending it.
What are we not doing? Let's see. Can we add music? There it is. I knew it had music. Let's see how horrible that So there you go. You can add music to your intro for YouTube. Make it as long as short as you want, but it's mainly just for that. And if you wanted to make your exit, you would start a new page and then, hey, AD! So yeah, so this is one of the things that I made very, very quickly. I do much better when I know the actual format as to what I'm doing for a client. So yeah, you can follow me on my YouTube channel. If you want to work with me, there will be class. I'm looking at the 15th of November. So if anyone has an actual brick and mortar type business or you have a business online, I'm going to give you a crash course and I'm going to put it on YouTube of how to make yourself a actual flyer in Canva. Whether you use the free or the paid version, you can do all of this on Canva. Canva also happens to have a content creator. With it being a content creation, you can actually post out your publications, as I like to call it, through social media on a timer. So just like, you can do it if you have a Facebook account. For all my people watching on YouTube, if you have a Facebook account and you wish to put it on Facebook on, certain days without you being there so you can continue to do other things, which I do for like 2 of my clients, you can do the same thing here, but you can do it straight through here. I'll show you that on another one because it takes way too much time to actually start to build some of it. But you can time it. You can use the template. Remember, I told you guys, if you make a template for yourself, like I'll have one just for November. I'll have one just for December. But anytime I give you a publication, it's going to have what on it? My logo. It's going to have the right kind of font so that you can actually follow suit. And also, I'm going to be mindful that it goes with the theme of whatever it is I'm talking about that particular month. So starting in November, I want to talk to the mindset of those that believe that they can't do it. All the beginners. When I say all the beginners, even if you've played with Canva for just a little bit and you believe that, I can't do this, I'm frustrated, or I bought this pro account and I'm not even playing with it. Come play with me. I will sit and I will walk with you slowly through it, ask as many questions as you want. As most things, it will be a Facebook account. Sorry about that. There'll be a Facebook account where you can actually do your challenge. Eventually, I will start having a very low priced Canva group. And the reason why I'll be low priced is because if you're a business owner or you're just wanting to actually have some, thank you for the share, love. If you actually want to just start playing around with it, $7 a month is actually no brain money. Real rap. We eat more than $7 when you go to Chick-fil-A. Shoot, the daggone salads are like $8 and some change. But at $7 a month, you can go in there and you can just learn some stuff. Learn what certain things are called. Sit and play. We'll pick a day during the week, and you can add. We'll have a workshop. So with the workshop will be like a free will offering. You pay whatever you want towards that day. So you'll have me as an instructor. You'll have other people that like iron sharpens iron. If you know anything about that phrasing, where other people may have learned something, and they're all beginners, so no one can. So I don't want anybody to ever feel intimidated in any kind of room. That is a real low pricey link. It's because you kind of. I'm just there for tutoring. I'm not there to work it. So I thought about doing also a higher price one, but that's going to require a lot of my time. And so if you want me to do that, we can talk about it, on a different we'll talk about it on a different stance. But the whole thing is I just want to get people started. I don't want anyone to feel as though Canva is so bombarding that you can't do it. You're already paying $12.99 for the month, basically. Say $13 for the month. You're already spending your hard-earned time of just life, spending a certain amount of time away from your family. And then you're still not learning anything. And then, like most of us, we've paid into these accounts and we ain't even looked at that thing since we bought it. I don't want you to be that way. Me, I sit all day long and pretty much create stuff. So you saw the baby shower. If you looked inside of the actual comments on Facebook, you saw where I did an animated baby shower. The names have changed, but I did it for my boyfriend's sister so she could have something different. I want everyone to believe in themselves with a creative mind. My statement is Colossians 3:23, whatever you do, do it with all your heart. Meaning it's not all money based in my business, but I want you to get it. I want you to get it. And, I'll have a certain amount of people that can stay at $7. And then after I do the class on the 15th of November for Canva Basics. So in the basics, you'll get understanding the fonts, understanding how some of the elements work, because they're going to actually be what helps you during your creation. So like such as you saw the borders. Them borders are nothing. Like this may look kind of elegant or like, oh wow, that's really pretty. We didn't do anything. We didn't use a lot of elements to make this super glorifying publication, but it caught your eye, right? Because you can do that. You can use a little bit of the elements on the end. You can use a little bit of color pop, use a little bit of this and that. And some of these options that are in here are free, and you can do the same exact thing. The only thing that's missing is the step by step. Someone to help you that's, I believe, clear enough to understand when it's time to create. So that's what I would love to be for you guys. I would love to sit there and help you solve your frustration with Canva. If you've got profile pictures you want to do, all that stuff will start to come in time. Profile pictures, like this was an intro to my girlfriend's class. Well, she's going live she's going to start going live now toward her OBS. That's a whole nother package. That's me teaching OBS, learning how to do this, learning how to put it all together to be a presentation and an exit. Yeah, that's different. And then also my PNG Create page on Facebook is starting to slowly build. I still have to make a cover page for it. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this. So this was what I did. For those who don't know me or you've catching this on a replay, or you just dipped in at the end. My name is Patrice Green. I'm affectionately known as Nikki to mostly everybody in the social media world. I help small business owners and beginning organizations bring their publications to fruition with step-by-step tutorials or a fair, reasonable price of doing it on your own. I also do videography and editing to make videos to do the same thing. So I'm going to quickly show you guys some other things that I have done, just so you have an idea of some of the things that's possible. Oh, it was generating. I moved too fast. I'm sorry. I moved way too fast. So here we go. So I did a book cover for a client. Her book will be out by Black Friday. So she's doing this. It's taking its time trying to come up. So she had options. Like I give any client, I give you, 3 options of what it is that you may want. So this was her book cover. She wrote her own back cover and things like that. So that's that. I do a lot of stuff from my church. This is the decorative lounge that will be coming. If you're interested, it's basically like a podcast. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about decorative design and help you get in your head some of the things that you may want to try to bring to fruition, but you're a little intimidated to do so. This will be the time for you to just speak your truth. No one can see you, whatever. It's all about you at that point. What else? This is an actual booklet I kind of put together that I'll be putting out there and putting words to paper. But it's basically 5 design tricks and tips for better graphics. So you got little stuff like that. It's got a syllabus and pictures, and it's an Audible. So it's like an Audible book. You get to see all of this. And yeah. So you can do all kinds of things in Canva. This is my virtual background. This is my lower third. Yes, you can make lower thirds if you're doing video like I do all the time. You can do that. These are virtual backgrounds. You see a lot of stuff from my church. This is actually cool if you're one of those people like myself. My church happens to use, I'm teaching them about Bitly links. Within teaching them about Bitly links, each one of these have hyperlinks. So like I'm going to do with you guys next week. No, I will not. I will not be in town. Ooh, but I will try to post it. The virtual business card. And with the virtual business card, you'll be able to... We are over here. I am pretty much done. Sorry, guys, on Facebook. I'm pretty much done my intro. It's still up, but we're going through some of the things for those that are new to Canva because we're talking about, the fundamentals and the funness of Canva over here. So almost like a Q&A session, if you will. They're writing in the chats any questions and things like that. Right now, I'm showing my publication that I use for my church, how you can use hyperlinks, because I'll be making landing pages soon because I have a class coming up on the 15th. It's just the basics of Canva. And with the basics of Canva, it's not a beat over the head price. I refuse to do that right now. I just want people to get in it because I've heard it way too many times in the Canva groups that I've been in that everyone's intimidated by Canva. I can't get it to do what I want it to do. And I'm like, if you just had just the small part, like understanding what the elements are, understanding what the photos are, understanding what the texts are, all of that will help you just enough to want to start creating. Like I'm going to eventually be doing once a month. It's called a copycat. What basically is when you can go look outside and you see all the billboards in the world. Believe it or not, I've looked at so many of them and I know for a fact I can recreate them in Canva. So we're going to start doing that once a week. The decorative lounge will be coming. My schedule is getting ready to change after the 10th of November, and I'm trying to get my coordinates together now so I don't start something that I can't finish. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm showing them the hyperlinks now. Like I use Canva with my church. So if anyone's a small organization and you collect funds or you need them to download a book, or you want to make a landing page, it's pretty much the same concept. So on my YouTube channel, which is PNG Creates, or my Facebook page, which is actually my name, you can see what I'm talking about right now, and I'm just trying to educate the folks that are there. So in the photo, I'll just describe it as Cindy Lou is doing her thing. It is my church's brand colors, which is like a crimson red, a bronzish gold, and black. And so what I did in the publication, for those that are listening and watching, there's a bright red background, because that's the heaviest color. So you got to be mindful of how you juggle your colors, whatever your brand colors are, so that it's not blinding to those that need to read it. And the squares, there's 4 squares, because you can pay your tithes and offering through our website, PayPal, Cash App, or physical mail. So I have 4 different blocks. They're sized up. And if you know anything about sizing on Canva, there's a red square or red lining that comes up to let you know, hey, this is off, this is even, so you don't have to question or wonder. Then also, what happens is I gave it a little what I call to-do-to-do. The to-do-to-do does not have to be something that's so super grand that it takes away from the message. It's just these borders, which are just like little like flared lines, and they're just on the ends. And the message is clear. We talked about fonts. If you've been following me earlier, we talk about the fonts, the pictures, and the background are the 3 major things in design that you need to be mindful of. Okay, so I made sure the font was simple but pretty. You can read what it says. You can conveniently send your tithes and offering in the following ways. So I used the pictures that represented what it is that like where you can actually do this from. So our website, so it has the HTTP symbol, and then it has it underneath there. So if I gave you the bit.ly link and this thing picture came up, you can click on the Cash App and it'll take you directly to our Cash App link. If you wanted to do PayPal, it'll take you directly to our PayPal link, and the same thing for the actual website. But of course, a physical address, I can't do that for you. But I also stress to those that are business owners, put your logo everywhere. I don't care I heard someone stating that they're not married to it. It doesn't matter. Until you change it, say they may not remember your name, but they remember that logo. Like mine looks like a little bug, but it's actually people helping people. And it's just the way that they're designed that they look kind of like a bug, which is kind of cute too. But it's just the way that if you don't know anything else, or you couldn't remember my name, you remember the logo. Be like, I remember, I've seen it somewhere. Like that's how it is. Like you look at Walmart, think of McDonald's. McDonald's is them N's, them M's. Like you see that. So you think as the big corporations do. They put their logo on everything. Nike. They ain't even got to write Nike. It's just the swoosh. Who says that you can't have the same effect? Right? Have your logo out there. Make yourself bold, irritate the people so they be like, oh my God, that's Angel again with this logo. Like, if they don't do nothing else, make them irritated to the point that they remember you. And then when you're sitting there and you're spitting knowledge to them or whatever your niche, your craft is, they're going to like, wow, that's it. Or when you're on one of those backdrops and they just got a bunch of symbols and you're just that symbol and you're recognizable, you want to make sure that you're a part of that party. So that's what we're talking about over here. Making sure that your logo is pretty much everywhere on everything you do. So they'd be like, oh, wow, they're doing something big over there at over there in your organization. I'm not going to pronounce your name right, so I don't want to. Miss Econ. Nope, you can do it for me. But Elaine does creative solutions. So Elaine has waves as her symbol. So if I couldn't remember all of the title, I know the waves, So just think of that when you guys are doing design. Just think of that when you're incorporating it in your design as to what you want people to remind you of or be remembered of. That's what you do, So that's what I've been talking about over here. The hyperlinks to save you guys. Next week I'll be making portable business cards. So I won't be on next Wednesday because I will be on a plane. I'm going to Puerto Rico, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to still talk. If anything else, I'll be a verbal conversation for about maybe 30 minutes in between getting on the plane and everything else next week. So asking for traveling mercies with that one. But yeah, I love designing. Oh man, I get such joy out of this part of my life because it's relaxing. Like some people find relaxation in just reading a book and mentally escaping. Me, once I find a topic or something that I'm interested in doing, I just create it and I let go. And I just have a ball with it. And I just want others to have a ball with it and not be intimidated by it and to have thank you, Lisa. People over there like, you want to Puerto Rico? Yeah, this is my second time in a year that I'm going. It's not for business related, but I'll be doing business while I'm there, and you guys will get a chance to see it. If you're following me on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, you'll start to see what I did with my trip, and you can do the same thing, which I encourage. That simple thing that you're listening to me on or watching me on, which is mainly your cell phone, start taking pictures of everything. If you're into creating or you're writing a book or you're going to be doing something, just use what you have in your hand. That's the gift that we are all given. Use your cell phone. It was not gifted because you paid for it, but take advantage of it. They have awesome camera photos, angles, lenses, different types of panoramic and things like that. Start taking pictures if you go for a walk every morning. Start taking pictures of the birds, the grass, the water, whatever it is you're near. If you're going traveling, take pictures on the road. You just never know where you'll need them at later. And then you can also create yourself doing something later. So, that's my rule of thumb. Hopefully, I've inspired some folks today because that's my gift of wanting to inspire others to, get out there and create and do some things and be the best you that you can be. Because, everything is not about the money. The money is nice, but if you're not impacting people, that one time communal friendship is nothing for me. I can't stand it. I'd like to be like, oh my God, you guys have been working hard. I seen where you came from. You came from one end to the new end, and like you're crushing it. Like it's money in the land for everybody. So it's not like it's something that's just like, oh no, I can't teach you this because you're going to be better than me. I believe in what's going to be for you is going to be for you. So hopefully I have helped some folks. I'll start following some folks because I'm sure you have a gift to give that I may even need to hear, receive, or share. So I want to make sure we start building community like Cindy Lou has done with me. Lisa and Elaine have definitely been a part of my community. And it's a beautiful thing, when you have other like-minded people working with you. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. Well, I'm Patrice, and I'm going back to creating because I don't want to take up all of Cindy Lou's time.
No, but amen. Okay, so I can love to work with you more if you'd like, and look at creating.
So, okay, guys, sorry about that. I told you I was multitasking. I'm on Clubhouse as well as doing YouTube and Facebook. So, yeah, I'm going to end this because I have to be built back up in the Lord in a few minutes. So, yes, I appreciate you guys. I applaud you guys to actually get involved. You can email me, which is pngcreates. I used to have an actual, you know what, let me show you with my, you can make a website on here. Anybody broke and you trying to figure out what I'm going to do? I don't have a website. You can make a website on Canva. Don't sleep. I made mine on Canva. I don't have the time for the $20 a month for, this was a publication that I made for understanding things. See, like things of graphics, knowing things about graphic, quick demo. This is my information. I'll show it up at the end. But yeah, you can make a lot of things on Canva, and I just want to help people. Even if you're not thinking about starting a business, just the fact of being involved with something else can really help you out. It really, really can help you out. So don't hesitate. You can go to the bit.ly link and see my Canva website, which I'm going to be updating soon. As well, if you want to email me, pngcreates@gmail.com. I am on Instagram as PNG Creates Live. I'm here on Facebook. If you're watching as my name, as well as I have PNG Creates as a business page. I have not filled it all the way out, but yet you will see daily some type of affirmations, as well as it'll spill over into my personal Facebook page where most of you guys are following me at. But I'm going to go. I appreciate you guys. I just wanted to make sure that you are encouraged today. Go ahead and try what you want to try. Look at this. I done made all kinds of stuff. If you're a small business owner and you're trying to get these PDFs and workbooks and stuff like that. Oh, hey, Grace. I just finished showing them off your book cover. So if you want to do, like, this is videos and things like this, you can do all of this on Canva. All of it. So don't think that you can't. You can't do anything. You can use some of the templates that they have. If you can't really do it, just here's my website. I need to get off of here. Here's my website. So I don't want anybody to be intimidated thinking that you can't build your business in Canva. I'm going to be doing a tutorial, and I'm going to try to do it because I know I'm going to be out next week. But make virtual business cards. Everyone is a business owner. You want to make sure you are able to oh, they talking. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're able to do that. I will go into a whole tutorial about the business card because I need one. So no need of me making one and not showing you guys how to make one so that you can be different out in the world. Because I know myself. I lose an actual paper business card, but I will never lose my cell phone, right? So in the midst of knowing that much, you're never going to lose your business, your cell phone. That's how you start building your business, right? So I'm going to show you these things real quick. This is what you can do inside your business. I made these little intros. So you can use your business as making sure that you actually have things going on. So you give a little sample of your work. See, that's little intros that we do. And then if you click here, remember we were talking about the hyperlinks. You can click the hyperlink, and that's basically taking you to the design agenda, where there's a series of questions. If you want to hire me and our team to do what you need, that's where I turned this down some. To do what you need, then you can actually click that, and it'll send me an email stating that you're interested in my services, or you can just go to pngcreates at Gmail and do it that way. So this is just some of the things that I've done, some logos that I've done, just some conversation. This goes directly to my YouTube channel, so it's that kind of stuff. And then if you want to just go to my newsletter or just be a part of emailing me, you can just go right there. So that's what you want. You want something simple, easy for you to use, something easy for you to put together. And that's where we're at right now. So, all right, I'm getting off of here. I have to go. I hate to, because I actually love educating. You would think I should have been a teacher in life, but this is where we are. So this is what we do. I unfortunately had to make a death announcement. So like all of this can be done in Canva. You just have to. This was my buddy right here, y'all. Very great mentor. Very, very great mentor. I was honored to have to write his, to make his, what's the name? His death announcement. However, he was a really great inspiration. So he would have been proud to know that I started doing this